What's cracking, guys? Bruce Madsen here, your host of show of Metric Scout Fantasy Football, and today we're going to continue forward with our prospect profile series. We're inching closer to the combine by the minute. It's going to happen this week. We're going to see what these players look like on the track, how high they can jump, and all that stuff. But today, before all that happens, I want to talk about Justyn Ross, wide receiver from Clemson. He's one of the top wide receivers in this draft class. Was a big-time recruit coming out of high school. He was a four-star recruit, ranked 7th in his class in 247 Sports Composite rankings in 2018, and was a dandy going into that Clemson system. During his freshman season in 2018, he caught 46 balls for 1,000 yards and 9 touchdowns, averaged 4.31 yards per route run, 9 yards after the catch per reception, and had a 23.89% market share of Clemson's passing production. He was one of only 3 wide receivers to eclipse a 20% market share at age 18. An age 18 breakout is something that we really need to look at when it comes to these wide receiver prospects, because they are producing at a young age, and also they instantly produce right when they step on the field. During his sophomore season in 2019, it was also bombs over Baghdad. He caught 66 balls for 865 yards and 8 touchdowns. He had a 20% market share and averaged 2.5 yards per route run. Then the junior season in 2020, he did not play. This is when we found out about his spinal injury. We thought his career was over, but then we got blessed when he came back this year for 2021. Had a decent season, caught 46 balls, 514 yards, 3 touchdowns, had a 22.37% market share of Clemson's passing production. Throughout his career, while he was on the field, he did not have a season where he posted less than a 20% target share, which is pretty good. Also averaged 2.06 yards per route ran. Another thing to note about his production here is versus man coverage. He averaged 2.48 yards per route run, and this is with dog shit quarterback play. Piss poor quarterback play. DJ Ugalele, however you say it, was graded out by PFF with a 63.6 passing grade. Bare minimum, bar none, low for a quarterback prospect. Not good. And you can disagree with PFF grades all you want. I disagree with them a lot. Watch Clemson play last year. Everybody was talking about it. The quarterback play was more than suspect. It was awful. And Ross was able to make some stuff happen. He was able to do his best with what he had to work with. Plus, he was transitioning back to being on the field. The tape checks out with this dude. Whether it's early in his career or now, he's looking good. He's probably one of the more nuanced route runners in this class. And in terms of nuance, I'm saying he attacks blind spots. He can turn on a dime. He can start and stop on a dime. He sells his breaks well. His ball skills are tremendous. Really strong hands, a good reach at the catch point, good catch radius. His footwork goes along with that. There's nothing this guy can't do. Deep speed isn't really there, but deep speed isn't everything that matters either. This guy can play. And before the injury, this guy was considered one of the top wide receivers in college football, a potential generational talent, like Jamar Chase level almost, not all the way there. There's only a few of those guys. And then the injury happened, then had a weird season here in 2021 with bad quarterback play, and now he is a mega value in rookie drafts. In Superflex ADP, he's falling somewhere between the mid to late second round, which is a steal. I imagine if he gets drafted in the top 100, then his value is going to shoot up. Another thing you want to look at is how these teams evaluate him. If he gets drafted higher than expected, talking around the 3rd round or so, that means the NFL checked out his medicals and everything's good to go with Justyn Ross, and we should be buying into that, maybe early 2nd, late 1st, because he's got that type of talent. If he falls in the draft, that's a good indicator that the medicals didn't check out, something didn't happen, but that doesn't mean he won't hit either. He'll still be a good value play later on in the draft. I have him compared not as a player, but how he's being handled by the Dynasty industry right now compared to Keenan Allen, because when Keenan Allen was coming out, due to the knee injuries, he faded in drafts. Not as much as Justyn Ross right now, but he was still being faded pretty hard. And we all know Keenan stepped on the NFL field and was a baller. We have that chance with Justyn Ross. We need to capitalize on the discount on Justyn Ross because he's a cheap play. It's super cheap. You can't get much cheaper than this. And this may be the last time we get a talent like this at this cheap of price points. He's one of my guys because, one, I like guys who have a good comeback story. I'm invested in that, and he's got a big one here with a spinal injury and then coming back to play. I love that. There's a lot of dog and determination in him. Two, he's a baller. He showed it early on in his collegiate career. That could come back. That probably is still there. Probably never even left, but we couldn't see it because of bad quarterback play, bad Clemson team. But Justyn Ross is a guy that we should not be fading, that we should be going after hard in rookie drafts. And that's all I got to say today. Justyn Ross, draft him up. I want to thank you for watching the show today, sticking with me. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. Every subscription matters. It fuels me to keep pumping out this content. It fuels me to keep going over tape, the metrics, everything else to help your Dynasty teams. Again, I want to thank you, and I'll catch you next time.